Gurudev Pranam,
Yes.
I have a question. Many a times, inadvertently, we as human beings, as mortals, witness uh, various kinds of crimes which are pretty omnipresent in society today. In case we remain mute, in case we remain silent and do not react at that particular time when the crime is happening, or even later, and remain blasé towards it, are we personally committing a sin? Do we carry any burden of having witnessed it and not reacted?
The point is that your merit and demerit, whatever, is more dependent on your feeling behind your action, your feeling. Some person has done some very conspicuously, very meritorious thing, but if his intention behind it is more of motivation, personal motivation, selfish interest, even if he is praised by many people, but the inner result will be different. And in the same way, somebody might have given a beating to somebody or hurt somebody, but his intention was good. In that case, that will not incur any sort of evil to him, rather it is good. So what intention you harbor, it, the virtue depends upon that, or demerit, whatever. So if some evil going on, as it is there in the world, everywhere we find evil going on, and you are helpless at the time, you cannot help it, because to plunge into it bluntly without preparation, like we say Krishna, he fought against evil, but with preparation. He has the full martial preparation. Then he fought and defeated. He himself was a martial man. But in the case of Christ, he was not prepared to fight against the army of chief priest or even the Roman army. And his disciple Peter cut off the ear of a soldier with one sword, and the soldiers are all prepared with weapons, equipped with all fighting elements. But the result was, the result was the Christ suffering. So I think if you are with preparation can stand against evil, you are a hero, undoubtedly. But if you cannot do that, in that case, you have opportunity. You have some opportunity. It is a subtle way of thinking, because this world is moving not with action alone, but with the power of thoughts. Like Swami Vivekananda says in his last chapter in Karma Yoga, he says that the greatest yogis are unknown. Christ and Buddhas are the second-rate heroes in comparison to these great yogis. They are unknown. If such a great yogi, those who know the power of thoughts, go into a cave and think through 5 thoughts and then give up the ghost, and those thoughts will not die. They will cross the mountain, cross the dales, cross the valleys, and select right men and women to be materialized. So that way, your willpower, your thinking power, your wishes also have some value, because the whole atmosphere is full of wishes of people. That is the vibration. We go to temple not to see the structure of the temple, not to see the costly image of the temple, but we go there to receive vibration, because that is the place where many people go and have spiritual vibration. They pray to God, whatever they may be in their private life, but there at least they pray to God and remember God. So the whole atmosphere was charged with this kind of vibration. So if you think that God take care of this evil, the evil should not be there. You see, poets write, sometimes poetry creates a great revolution. You know, the American history, the American Civil War between North America and South America is only because of that book called Uncle Tom's Cabin, written by a small little woman called Harriet Beecher. The effect of that. And you know, Tolstoy's writing or even Gorky's writing has removed a lot of evils from Russia. And even from our Bengali society, if Sharat Chandra would not write in that way, Charitrahin and other books, our outlook would be different even now. As we find in the Uttar Pradesh and other places, people have so much of casteism and other, problem. But in Bengal, we don't have so much of casteism. It is because of the writing, because of the thinking. So It is not necessary that you have to take a sword all the time to stand against crime, but it is said that pen is mightier than sword and thoughts are mightier than pen. Pen is mightier than sword, and your thinking power is mightier than even pen, because even if you have not written, Buddha has not written anything, but his ideas are rolling through the vistas of time, indefinitely. Exactly the same way, you can pray to God, you can wish from the bottom of your heart. Anything you wish from the bottom of your heart comes to pass in the course of time. We have experienced a lot in that aspect, So that way, I think if you have capacity, stand against evil, and you will be an example to the mankind, And if not, you wish, then also that will not be secret. Your wish slowly will be materialized in a way that people will come to know. Like Sri Aurobindo says, one gentleman has written a book on Sri Aurobindo. He's a Westerner, Britisher, and he has written a book on Raman Maharshi, but he has mentioned about Aurobindo in that how yogic power works, how the yogic power, yoga ball. That Aurobindo was invited by Bal Gangadhar Tilak, I read that later, to come out from his cave and to join this movement, because a man of great talent like Sri Aurobindo should not be confined to seclusion at the moment when there was so much of pandemonium going on, so much of hubbub and revolution. But Aurobindo said that no, I have a different way of working on it. And many people have realized that the fall of the Allied group, Axis power, the fall of the Axis power, the fall of the Germany, because although Germany was against England, but Aurobindo supported Germany. Aurobindo supported England. Although Aurobindo fought against England, but he supported England. He gave a contribution too, because Germany is more diabolical, according to his view, than English. If instead of English, Germany would rule, he thought that it would be more dangerous, because Hitler, everybody knows about Hitler, I don't have to say anything. So he supported it, and they say that Hitler's fall is due to Aurobindo's yogic power. He has written that, because his yogic power he has applied, and he said already that finally Hitler has to fall. He said it, he said it satanic power or something, he said a word is called devilish power. So it has to fall. So willpower is a very powerful thing, great thing. You can use your willpower, your contemplative power, meditation,
Keep your thoughts
thoughts, not only pure but wish. It's just pure thought is not enough, but apply your pure thought for rectification of the society. Even now some people believe that the world civilization is very greatly maintained and integrated by the yogis. The great yogi is the wish, and that wish is working. Wish is working. It is true. In many ways it is true. They may not come to human society, may not be exposed to mankind, because they pay little heed to name, fame, or any position or anything. They only wish to work, and their wishes are always accomplished. So that way, I believe that world is moving slowly to a goal, to a higher goal of realization, goal of enlightenment. This goal cannot be missed, but all this pandemonium that is taking, all these hotspots, that's only purification, filter, it is getting filtered. It's a filtration, and slowly through that process, mankind has to come to realization that humanity is the highest truth, and humanity is the only way to attain peace, happiness, and to make life fruitful in true sense.